was I supposed to know the goat would do that?
Don't talk about what the goat did!
Welcome to MsMojo. And today, we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things on iCarly that made no sense.
Sweet!
She looks like that Shelby Marks chick you fought.
You were really a beauty pageant girl?
I didn't want to be. My mom forced me.
For this list, we'll be looking at plot holes, inconsistencies, and logical lapses from this Nickelodeon sitcom, although we don't think that realism is what the writers were really going for. Did you spot any errors in iCarly? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Carly, Sam, and Freddie's dynamic. The iCarly cast always shared great comedic chemistry, but we're not entirely convinced that these characters would be so compatible in real life.
You trying to make a point here?
Oh, no. No.
While Carly can be mischievous, she's generally kind-hearted. Would she really be best friends with an aggressive criminal like Sam?
Well, if you meant everything you said, then I don't even get why you'd want to be friends with me.
And back at ya.
We have an even harder time believing that Freddie would date Sam given all the times that she's physically harmed him. Freddie is briefly with Carly and Sam at different points in the show, although it never takes long for things to go back to the status quo.
Carly, is it wrong to tell a person that it's not polite to talk with their mouth full of lasagna?
Is it wrong for a person to constantly pick on every little thing I do?
Yes.
When friends date and break up, it can create an uncomfortable tension in the group dynamic. Yet that tension is virtually non-existent here.
You want to get back together?
What? Wait, do you?
What's up?
Sam and Carly never even really discuss their mutual love interest. Number 9. Why aren't Ms. Briggs and Mr. Howard fired? In a season 3 episode, the superintendent fires Principal Franklin after he appears on iCarly.
I've been fired.
What?
Why?
Why? Because emerging from gigantic pants and sitting on fudge balls is most unorthodox.
Okay, Principal Franklin, you have 60 seconds to tell us what you're sitting on.
My butt is ready.
While that's hardly grounds to terminate someone, what's even more impractical is that Ms. Briggs and Mr. Howard are put in charge. Unlike Franklin, Briggs and Howard do commit several fireable offenses. They spy on the students via hidden cameras, turning the school into a totalitarian state. Gibby gets detention for being too Gibby, and Howard makes fun of Freddie's face, which sounds like discrimination to us.
You wipe that look off your face.
This isn't a look. It's just my face.
Well, you should get your money back.
They also institute a school uniform policy, although we're pretty sure that would be a school board decision.
You better not criticize the dress code out loud.
Why? It's not like they're gonna hear me. And how come we gotta—
Sam Puckett, to the principal's office.
While Franklin is reinstated, Briggs and Howard somehow remain employed.
Now both of you get going while you still have your teaching jobs.
Number 8, hire 2 interns. To help with the workload for iCarly, the gang hires an intern named Court in season 4.
Why don't you guys just hire an intern?
What's an intern?
Like an assistant that works for free.
Although Court is completely incompetent, Carly and Sam insist on keeping him because he's such a hunk.
You are so good looking.
I was about to say that.
Well,
What makes this especially frustrating for Freddie is that they could have hired Brad, who's technologically inclined and makes fudge.
What about Brad's fudge? Remember the fudge?
But wait, this is an unpaid internship, so why not just hire Brad and Court? Then everyone's happy. Instead, Freddie fires back by hiring an equally bumbling intern named Ashley. The 3 friends clash, insisting that either Court or Ashley has to go.
Freddie,
You guys fire Court, I'll fire Ashley.
Again, why can there only be one intern? This isn't Highlander. In any case, both are let go, although it turns out Ashley was only pretending to be stupid.
This was a really interesting experiment. I can definitely write about this as part of my sociology thesis.
what'd you just say?
Number 7, Freddie's first kiss.
that was Freddie, who last week handcuffed me to a nerd. So now, guess what? Freddie's never kissed a girl.
Freddie is left humiliated in the 2nd season when Sam announces to the iCarly audience that he's never kissed someone before. The thing is that Freddie did share a kiss the previous season with a girl named Valerie. It wasn't just an innocent peck on the cheek either.
Now that's my Freddie Bear.
It was a kiss on the lips, which fellow student Jeremy describes as impressive. To the show's credit, this plot point isn't outright ignored. Freddie acknowledges that he did kiss Valerie, although he claims this doesn't count because it was for less than a second while several others were standing around him.
What about that rotten girl you dated last year, Valerie? You kissed her, right?
No. Well, for like half a second at school with a bunch of other kids hanging around, but no, I've never had a real kiss.
Why doesn't that count, though? It might not have been the first kiss that meant something special to him, but a kiss is still a kiss. Number 6, Sam the beauty pageant contestant. To impress her crush, Sam lets Carly make her girlier in a season 2 episode.
Nice guys like girls with good manners. Fine.
The following season, however, it's revealed that Sam used to be a pageant girl, getting second place on 19 occasions.
I got suspended from pageantry because Leanne fell down a flight of stairs. People thought I pushed her.
If Sam has a history in beauty pageants, why'd she need Carly to give her a makeover?
You're like a daffodil.
Good. Embrace your inner daffodility.
Maybe Sam simply forgot everything she learned after so much time.
Check this out.
Well, I believe that school is very boring, and that many teachers are fat and lazy.
When she enters another pageant to finally beat an old rival, though, Sam blows the judges away with an impromptu dance number. If Sam could remember the train station routine, we think she could remember how to get dolled up. We're also not sure how Sam won this pageant, considering how she did in the other categories outside of the talent competition.
My name is Samantha Puckett. I'm from Seattle and I love fried chicken!
Number 5, Nevel is Carly's boyfriend in an alternate universe.
Hey, Carly, your boyfriend's looking for you.
What boyfriend?
Carly.
Parodying It's a Wonderful Life, Carly sees what the world would be like if Spencer was born normal. In this alternate reality, Carly isn't friends with Sam or Freddie, and therefore never created iCarly. Worst of all, Carly is dating her nemesis, Nevel Hacks.
Nevel?
Hold on a second. Carly first encountered Nevel when she tried to get him to write a review for her website. If iCarly never existed, Carly and Nevel likely wouldn't even know each other.
Carly Shay, live and in person. It is so exciting to meet you. I'm Nevel Hacks.
They don't go to the same school, they have no friends in common, and it's hard to imagine any universe where Carly would like Nevel. You could argue that this was simply all a dream, but it's still unclear if Carly's guardian angel was real or not. Number 4, Spencer's income.
Hey, Spencer.
So what do you think of my hot new boat?
It's awesome.
Becoming an artist after dropping out of law school, Spencer doesn't have the most lucrative job. Yet he can afford to live in a massive Seattle apartment, complete with multiple bedrooms, kitchen and living areas, and a spacious studio where iCarly is shot.
Remember Great Grammy's watch?
With the diamond-encrusted bezel?
Uh-huh. Destroyed in the fire and insured for $82,000!
Oh my God!
Thank you, Great Grammy!
We should have gone to her funeral.
I know.
Speaking of which, we guess Freddie borrows the tech equipment from the AV Club, but who's paying for all the wacky props on iCarly?
Enemy ships within range. Engaging. Proton laser set to maximosity. I'm going in hot.
Once the rent's paid, Spencer still has enough money left over to buy movie memorabilia and replace Carly's worldly possessions after burning her room down. Maybe the government's paying the bills since Spencer and Carly's father's in the Air Force.
Hey, I heard Carly scream. What's going on? Daddy! Hey!
Given their extravagant lifestyle, however, you'd think that Uncle Sam would have cut them off. Number 3, Spencer inadvertently setting things on fire.
I'm Chief Donker, Seattle Fire Department. Spencer Shay. Yeah, we know who you are.
Carly's room wasn't the first thing that Spencer accidentally set on fire, and it wouldn't be the last. Arguably the show's funniest running gag, Spencer attracts fire like bees to honey.
And I am very responsible no matter what you say. I know everything that goes on around here.
Guys?
What? Fire!
We can definitely see how cooking stir-fry, baking bread, or setting up faulty electrical wiring might result in a fire.
Now, if you hit that button, you'll hear a real car horn.
Okay.
Electrical wiring just isn't your thing.
No, it is not.
Most of the time, however, Spencer's fires defy all logic.
Sweet!
Whether he's playing the drums, ringing a front desk bell, or ironically using a fire extinguisher, Spencer can start a fire even when there's nothing flammable around.
You just pull this thingy, point the nozzle suchly, and calmly squeeze this metal.
As hilarious as this is, it also makes no sense whatsoever. We've heard of playing with fire, but can fire play with you? Number 2. People think Fred is funny.
Hey, it's Fred! And it's really nice out, so I think I'm gonna go swimming later. My mom found this really cool pool at the dump. It's really big and really deep.
Lucas Cruikshank, also known as Fred, is a divisive comedian to say the least. Although his popularity online amounted to a film series and several television appearances, a lot of people find Fred's brand of comedy obnoxious. In this episode, Freddie is seemingly the only person who doesn't think that Fred is a comedic genius.
You don't want to see another Fred video?
Not really.
Why not, fudge face?
Because I don't think Fred is all that funny.
This encourages Fred to quit, albeit as a publicity stunt, which causes iCarly to lose viewers. The episode acts as if you have to like Fred, even to the point that Freddie is basically bullied into apologizing for having a different opinion. Considering that Fred the movie has a 0% score on Rotten Tomatoes, we think it's safe to say that Freddie isn't Fred's only critic, contrary to what this episode suggests.
What are you doing with the camera?
We're having a party.
Did we talk about you having a party?
Yeah. No, sorry.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Gibby exposes himself on live television, but Jimmy Fallon isn't a live show. Sam checks herself into a mental hospital. How did a minor do this without parental consent?
Sam!
Hello, Carly. What do you want?
To find you! What are you doing in this mental institution?
Finger painting. What do you think?
Nevel Hacks iCarly. Why not post a message letting viewers know that the website got hacked?
I am the source of iCarly's technical difficulties.
Well, knock it off! Who are you anyway?
My identity is a secret.
Nevel, come say goodbye, sweetie.
Mother, I'm busy!
The car giveaway. Nevel tries getting iCarly shut down for fraud by committing fraud himself.
I entered, and I want a car. And if you don't give me one, I'm going to report you to the LCC for fraud.
What did the goat do? Seriously, this question still keeps us up at night.
Carly, Hey, I bet what that goat did to you last year doesn't seem so bad anymore.
What did the goat do?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. A universe of doppelgängers.
You promised you were gonna go easy on me.
You promised it was an accident when you tackled my grandmother.
It was.
Many of Dan Schneider's sitcoms seem to exist in the same universe. This has amounted to some fun crossovers, most notably I Party with Victorious, but it also raises several questions. In the Victorious crossover, it's mentioned that Tori Vega shares a resemblance to Shelby Marks.
She looks like that Shelby Marks chick you fought.
That's because they're both played by Victoria Justice. So are Tori and Shelby doppelgangers? Well, not exactly, since Justice was also Lola Martinez on Zoe 101, which has a few connections to iCarly and Victorious.
Hi. Okay, so this whole thing was just an act?
Uh-huh. Why? 'Cause I'm an actress.
Does that make them all triple-gangers? Justice is far from the only one who's played multiple characters in the so-called Schneiderverse. While we don't have time to go over them all, Carly occasionally watches Drake and Josh, which Miranda Cosgrove previously starred in as Megan Parker.
You think I purposely got Peruvian puff peppers, knowing you'd steal them
Seen
from
it.
me.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.